everybody, Patti and Debbie, Print and Pixel Studio, and today we have a cool project and super simple to do. And we're having a hard time actually coming up with a name for these because there's so many things that you can use them for. They're little, what do you want to call them, Debbie? Keepsake folio type thing, or
a little
keepsake?
I don't know. Yeah, folder. You could put.
Yeah, you could put. You could use them to store ephemera or, you know, any kind of little keepsakes that you wanted, pictures, you know, photographs of your kids or whatever. They would be really cute if you did one and filled it with your favorite recipes and gave it as a shower gift, you know, included with a shower gift. Or you could have your favorite cookie recipes at Christmas time that you gave as a gift. So there's just all kinds of things you could use it for. It works for your junk journals, but also as a little gift keepsake or item, and then also something kind of useful just to, you know, tuck in your dresser drawer or something with pictures of all your grandkids or kids or whatever. So this is basically what it is. It's we're going to show you how to make them in a couple different ways here. This one is just with cardstock that we sewed together into little pouches, and we'll show you how to make them. But anyway, it's pretty easy to do. This one we stitched the sides together and then put them into this little cover that we made from some cardstock that's going to be, or some graphics that's going to be in a kit in our shop real soon. And then this is a really super cute one. Debbie did one in the large size, which is really cool. And this one you could use to hold all kinds of things, you know, papers, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Anything. Yeah.
Don't you think? Yeah. Help me here, Debbie, with the ideas. But anyway, it's so versatile. You could use it for a million things, and I think everybody could come up with their own idea of what they wanted to use it for. But anyway, this one is super cute because it's made with fabric. And we had found some fabric, the stripe and the pattern, and then as you've probably seen in our shop, we're selling the hand-stamped labels and pieces of fabric, and so Debbie took some of those and applied them to this little keepsake, and then she's hand-stitched around the edge of the fabric to give it kind of a border, and it came out really, really cute. And again, this would be a really cute gift to give to somebody. You could fill it with, you know, all kinds of journaling ephemera or whatever, and give it as a gift.
Yeah, be fun.
Yeah.
The neat thing is you can make these in all different sizes. You know, you can make them small
Yes.
or large.
Right. Like Debbie did one here that's large. She had some. What inspired her for this was we had this one book that had super large pages, and she thought they would make a great, you know, folder. And then she had some of this fabric and some of our stamped fabric pieces, and put it together, and it's really, really cute.
Yeah. I'm going to use it to store some ephemera that I have that try to get organized this year for 2026.
Right. That'll be good.
Plus, if we go anywhere, I can put some stuff in there and travel with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just
They're
tie it
fun.
and pop it in your suitcase or your bag, and you're good to go. And she's right about different sizes that we're going to show you today, kind of a suggestion of some different sizes. This is the large, and then this one's kind of a smaller piece. And these were all thought of in advance because of the pieces of paper that we had to make the little pockets inside, the large ones, and then this we had some leftover cardstock in some small sizes, so we did one in this size. And the one we're going to do today for you, we're using these envelopes, and it's going to be a tall, more slender
Folder.
Folder.
Folio. I don't know what.
I don't know what you want to call it.
Right.
But anyway, we got these envelopes at the Dollar Tree, and we thought, what can we do with those? You know, I mean, you can always fold them over and make a, you know, some kind of a folder like that, but we wanted to do something kind of different. So we took these, and we're going to show you what we made with that today. I guess we'll just get started and kind of
Yeah.
start from scratch. Let's see, here's the, so this is how the envelope, this envelope turned out. We had, in fact, these graphics, these digitals are in our Ko-fi shop, and they're free to you. You can go over and download them. And we thought these would make a really cute, like travel journal or travel folder to hold all of your keepsakes from your travels, like menus from a certain restaurant that you liked, or stickers that you received, or any kind of like ephemera that you might have collected along the way while traveling. So we thought this would be kind of a cute idea to make. And so we took those envelopes and we just laid them on here and cut them down to size, and then we taped the sides of them with washi tape. And that's something else I should talk about on these that we finished. You could finish them off in a lot of different ways. These are book pages that Debbie folded, and then she used the brown packing tape, which really added a good look to this particular journal, or I want to call it journal, but it's not, folder. So anyway, but that looks really good. And then of course in this one you saw where we stitched with the machine. So here we thought, well, we've got a bunch of washi tape that we don't use or haven't used much of lately, so we decided to tape the edges with that just for decoration. And so these are now going to be the interior for this particular folder, and you'll see how it fits. We just cut the envelope down. We had to cut a little bit off the side and some off the top. Now, you don't have to worry about this seam or anything, because you're not going to see that when these are all put together. So just cut it to the size that best fits your cover that you're making, and trim off a little at the top so you give yourself enough room there. That's it, basically. And any of the pieces that you see here, you're only going to see kind of the edges. You're not going to see any of the real envelope itself, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so we've been making ours with 6 envelopes. You could put as many envelopes or in Debbie's case, folded book pages as you want. We found 6 was good because we thought as they get stuffed, it's going to fill up your booklet or your folder. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it a booklet. Your
we
folder.
need a name for it, so if anybody wants to come
Yeah,
up
right.
with a name, we're open for suggestions.
But anyhow, so these are the cover pieces that we're going to use today, and we already went ahead and cut them to size and glued them and lined them with book page because of the weather here this weekend. The glue is taking quite a while to dry,
Yeah.
but we're going to demonstrate what we did on the smaller piece here.
Yeah. And
So
we
you can
just
see.
used a cereal box.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all
for the
this is, just a Rice Krispies treats. So that's all we used it for. Okay, so we're just going to glue this on, and we've been using our Yes paste, and we got this set of really great little spatulas, and I think we got them on Amazon if I'm not mistaken, but we'll leave a link below so that you can order them if you want to. And also we're going to use the Yes paste because we really like this, and it really holds, especially when you're doing something like this that you want totally flat and really secure. This Yes paste is perfect for that, and we have that linked in our we'll have that linked in our description as well. So here we go. So we've gone ahead and taken this piece of cardstock that we had, and we're going to put it on to the I'm having a old timers today. Put it on to the cereal box just to give it extra support. So like I say, these little spatulas are great. Now I probably could have glued the back of this, would have been easier, but since I've already started here, I'll go ahead and do it, because you're going to have to cut this cereal box down a little bit. I'll tell you, we're really glad we found these little spatulas. They make this so easy. I know you
Yeah.
can do it with a credit card and stuff too, but and they're flexible, so you can get a you get a really good coverage on there. Okay, and just line him up. He doesn't. There he goes. And then just make sure that he's pressed down and attached really good. Okay, thanks, Deb. And then on the back, we do the same thing, just put a piece of anything you have. In this case, we're going to use a book page just to cover this up, because it's not going to really show the book pages. You're not going to really see it in the finished product, but it does kind of, keep you from, just gives a better finish, I should say, to the inside. So you could use anything you like. You could use, another digital or whatever you have. There you go. And just pop him on there. And again, just smooth him down. You can see what I mean about this Yes paste. There's no bumps or bubbles or anything. It's just, it really is.
Wonderful.
Huh?
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
for
it is.
paper
It's
quilling.
perfect. It's super easy to use. And it doesn't warp your paper or anything.
Yeah.
So it's good. All right, come on up, buddy. And let me see, where's our scissors with the, here we go. And then just cut it to size. If you have a cutter, you can use that. We don't have one that'll cut through cardboard, so we use the scissors. But anyway, that's basically all you have to do for the covers. Simple.
Yeah. Or if you do the fabric, basically the same technique,
Exactly.
except you just have to cover the around to the back side.
Right, if you were using fabric, you would take it and just wrap it around the card. You know, trim the corners a little bit so you get an even fold at the, or an even edge at the corners. But basically that's it. And then you don't even, bring the fabric in a little ways, you don't even have to line the inside, because again, it's not going to show, and you'll see what I mean as we go along here. But anyway, that's basically it for making the cover. Okay.
Gosh, today was turn the clocks back.
Yes.
I'm like, I feel like it's really late.
I
mean,
know, I do
like
too.
It. I wish it would just stay this way. So I don't like it. No, I like it
You
the other
don't-
way, where it's dark, where it stays lighter later.
Longer, right, right.
I just
You know,
get
I
so-
read an article that I didn't realize this, but they didn't start this whole daylight savings time thing until the 1960s, 1966. I thought it was something we had from back in the olden times.
Right.
Not that the 60s aren't the olden times, but I mean, from way back in the olden times.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No. Okay, so let's see. Next step is putting these two the front and the back together is what I'm trying to say. So there's a lot of different ways you could do it. You could do it so that they open up, you know, like this if you wanted to. But we kind of like the idea of they open top to bottom, right? That's basically what we
Well,
did on
because
all of them.
if you were stashing stuff
Right.
in, it might keep it in better. But
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
But
make
you
it
could do
however.
it any way you want. Now, if you wanted to use like, you know, envelopes like this, and where is that little guy I just had? Oh, you've got him. If you wanted to use envelopes like this, of course that would fit this size, but you could, and you wanted it to open sideways, you could do that. Just leave the flap on it, I would say, if you wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you, Debbie.
No, because I'm thinking that if you left, would have to seal it and then open it here.
Oh, that's right. You're
Yeah,
right. You're
so
right.
that
You're
wouldn't-
right. Because
right, I
it
was-
wouldn't open far
No,
enough.
uh-uh.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you'd
yeah.
have
yeah.
to
yeah.
do it.
Yeah. But you could
But
still do
it would
that.
work. Envelopes definitely would work, and
Yeah.
it would work that way. But you would just seal your envelope and then cut the edge, the top,
Yeah.
this
Right.
off, so
right.
things could tuck
right.
in that way.
Well, actually,
No.
you wouldn't have. You could still. Sorry, I didn't mean to get out of camera. You could cut it here and still open, front to back like this. You know what I'm saying? Could you
Yeah.
not?
I don't know. Are you going to change this up? We're not confusing enough. Now we're really going to be confused, and we're going to confuse everybody else.
Okay,
We have to.
we're
stay
not doing that
focused.
today. Okay, so what we're going to
God.
do here is we're going to attach the front to the back, right?
Right.
Okay. So I had a couple scraps of paper of fabric that I thought would be cute, and not doing good with daylight savings time. I need coffee.
Right.
Don't get me started on coffee. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, and again, you're not going to see these from the inside after it's finished. Let me cut them down a little bit. Is that one better?
I don't know. I'm just going to have emergency backup for you just in case.
What I need is a latte or something from Starbucks.
Yeah, one of those brown sugar shaken
Yeah, there you go.
espresso. Oh,
Right.
yeah, those things. I didn't realize they had 3 shots of espresso, and I got when I took Kat to the ice skating rink. She wanted to go to Starbucks.
Is that one started already?
Yeah.
This is, I don't know what it is. It's the weather. It's like cold here. Okay. Have you ever noticed how we're always griping? It's either too cold or too hot. All right. So we're just going to take these, and I'm just going to eyeball it. And here it comes. Okay. I'm just going to eyeball this and glue these 2 strips down at the bottom here. I know my hands are probably in the way. Let me get it going. Okay, I'm using fabric tack on this. All right, and just put this little guy down like this. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, or the other edge, I mean. And like I say, you can just eyeball this. It's not, it's up to you how far apart you want them. Okay. There we go. I'll trim that off a little bit. I don't need that much. All right, and don't worry if they're off like this, because this is not going to show. So then you take your other card, whoops. The one thing you do want to do is make sure that you're going the right way. And I'm not. Okay. Nuts. All right, if you have a design like this, you want to make sure that when you're lining it up, that they're both facing the same way. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay them down like this. And you want to bring them about yay close. Just a little bit so that you have some flexibility, like here. So when they open, you can see it works like a hinge. And unfortunately, I was talking and not paying attention, but you want to make sure that when this thing closes like this, that your pattern matches, if you have a pattern like this, that it matches up. That's very important. Otherwise, you don't want one upside down and one not up, not one knot. Now, if you did fabric like Debbie did, you don't have to worry about that if it's an overall pattern like that. But in this case, because the pattern has a definite style to it, you have to make sure that it lines up. Okay. Oh, I know why I got confused. This is the one you pasted upside down, the lining. Isn't it?
Oh, probably.
See, it's her fault. Gosh, this stuff is like heck getting out of here. Okay, so here we go again. We're going to put the glue on here. It's coming out now a little bit. Okay, there we go.
Here, I have another bottle.
Is that one working better?
I don't know.
Okay, and again, we're going to glue that down. Here we go. And all we're doing here is just making a little hinge. That's it. And if they don't, you know, it's nice if they're both the same size, but if you get them off a little bit, it's not that big of a deal because they're not going to show. Just put a little bit of glue on there. Come over here. Just kind of like try to make sure that your the gap in between is kind of even, so that you know, so that you don't have it collywobble when you go to fold it up. Okay, there we go. And I know we have a boo-boo up here at the top, but we don't need to worry about it. It's probably not even going to show. If it does, I can camouflage it. That's the other beautiful thing about this. It's not, you know, it's not rocket science. You don't have to worry about being super exact. Okay, so now what we have is this little guy folds up just like this. Line him up there and then push this down so that they're tight at the bottom. And if you feel like you need to add more glue, you can. But I think that's pretty good. And of course, once you get your envelopes inside, you know, it's going to give it a lot more stability. But basically, that's it. I think it needs a little more glue there.
Here, these
3 bottles of this stuff, and none of them work. There we go. Yeah, I would just double check it and maybe doing like I did, and maybe add a little bit more glue closer to the bottom edge there. Okay, hold it up so you can see what I'm doing. There, and then just press it down good. Pretty much, that's it. Okay, so now we're going to work on our pages. Oh yeah, I forgot we got string to put in first.
Closure.
Closure. Okay. We felt, or I felt, that the jute would probably work pretty good because of the fact that it's kind of a, you know, a rustic kind of design, and because it's a travel folder. So anyway, if you want to, if you think of it, before you put the backing on the card, you can put your closure on there, whether it be ribbon or string or whatever it is, and then put your backing onto the card. But I didn't do that in my case, and so I'm going to use some of this tape. If I can get it off the roll here. Yeah, okay. A little piece of this tape and maybe some little bit of glue. Use this stuff this time, I think. just for extra security. And again, you're not going to see any of this. This is not going to show on the finished product. Just glue him down. Oh, thanks. And then just put a little piece of tape down over him. In fact, I think this is what you did, isn't it, Deb, on yours?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. And that'll hold him secure. That's all you need. And let's do the other side here. Gosh, I feel like a duck out of water today.
I know.
I was up at 5 o'clock, or woke up at 5 o'clock, and then went back to sleep, and I couldn't figure out when to get up. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down there just for extra support. And put the accordion on there. And another piece of tape. And like I say, don't worry about this because this is not going to show. You know what, let me have another piece of that tape and I'll just tape right over this guy. Scissors?
Yeah, I'll make him a nice piece of tape.
Okay. Yeah, see how long it's taking glue to dry today?
I know, it's
Yeah,
too cold.
I know. Everybody's probably going, what do you mean too cold? Well,
Right. Well, too cold
guess
for us
50 something is
Southwest
cold. Yeah.
Floridians, yeah.
Shoot. Okay, let me just trim this off a little bit. Okay. All right, now we're going to start with the envelopes. Thanks. Okay, so this is the easy peasy part. So the first envelope, we're going to glue just right down the middle. I put my first one on the back. Do you? On the card first, or do you do yours all at once?
I glued all mine together and then
Okay.
glued it in, but I think
Okay.
it's whatever it
Works for you?
Yeah, whatever works.
Okay, so what we're talking about here is, on the one that I made previous to this, I went ahead and put my first envelope down onto the card first, and then started adding the other envelopes to it. Debbie, when she made hers, she put all the envelopes together at once, and then glued them down, glued it to the outside, and I'll show you what she meant by that. Okay.
But either, I mean, you get the same result. I think it's
Yeah,
just
you get the same
whatever
result.
you
Okay, so
prefer.
we want to go down the middle of the envelope with your glue, and this stick glue works the best for that, I think, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, you just want to make a line down the middle. Then you want to bring your other envelope and you want to line him up. Check your edges and the bottom and everything. Make sure that they're even Steven, which these are. And then just, press it down so you have a good adhesion. And then you do the same. You come down here. And you don't have to go clear to the top. I didn't on mine, did you?
No.
And again, put this guy down, line him up so the bottom and the sides are nice and straight. You want to pay attention to this part because you don't want it all collywobble and sticking outside of the folder cover. Okay, and just press him down again. So this is kind of the easy part. Hopefully. She says as she messes up. Let's see, yeah, okay. Now on this one, I'm trying to pay attention on what color washi tape goes where, because I didn't have enough washi tape to cover up all these in the same pattern. So I decided that we would do, you know, alternate the patterns on the washi tape so that it looked good from the sides. But that way I could use up some of the washi tape that we had. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, every other one gets a different design. Again, make sure, just spend a minute and make sure that your edges are all lined up. Okay. Speaking of coffee, I about had a heart attack the other day when I went to the store. I couldn't believe the price of coffee.
Price of everything right now.
I know. Jeez. Like I told the guy at the checkout stand, I wasn't planning on buying the plantation. I just wanted a bag of coffee. Jeez. Okay. Again, just make sure you're all lined up pretty good. And I think this is our last guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now you could, if you want to, I'm not going to do it on these, but you could, if you want to, punch a little tab.
Like you did on this one.
Yeah, like I did on that one. Alrighty, so now we're going to put him on his little folder cover here. And again, you're just going to go down the middle with your glue. And try to line him up pretty good. I say I gotta, oops. Just kind of eyeball it and line him up so he fits on there pretty good. Centered like. Okay, let's see, I don't know, can you see me here? Okay, so just want to make sure you don't have any edges hanging outside of the cover. Okay, that looks pretty good. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. Just come down the middle. And fold him up. And then kind of line your cover up so he lines up with the other one. Yeah, okay. And pretty much that's it.
All right.
So they're simple, simple, simple to make. And you could make a whole, you could mass make these really.
Oh, yeah.
But they would make, like we were saying before, they would not only make cute things like this travel folder that you could stick in your suitcase and, you know, fill with all of your memorabilia that you got from your trip to take home. But you can see now we've got these big pockets in here that that'll keep a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He's not dry yet.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
But he will be soon. Yeah. Like we said, the ink is not dry, or the glue is not drying fast here today. But just kind of press him down, and if you wanted to, you could wait it, you know, put a weight on it until the glue dries. But anyway, I just want you to see how that's going to look on the inside.
Yeah.
And you see what I mean is you're not going to, well, actually on this one you do kind of see should have put tape across the whole piece.
He's coming unglued. He's not dry yet.
Yeah.
Too, but
But okay, if I was to do this again, because I made that mistake of tearing the paper up here, I would bring that piece of tape clear across.
Yeah.
And that way you don't have a problem with it. And I would do the same over here. I would bring it clear across instead of just that piece.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the first one of these that we made. The other one, this one, I put it inside of the cover so you don't see it. But on this one, I would do that. I would put some kind of trim or a piece of that tape clear across there. But anyway, either way, it still comes out fine. Actually, you know what I should have done is not put, I should have put this totally. That's what happened. This is the first time I made these. That's what happened is when you put this piece on the back, that's why I did it that other way.
Probably glue it down, yeah.
Yeah, I glued the whole thing, this whole back piece to the back of it. That's what I should have done here.
Well, you still can.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to do it till the other glue dries.
Yeah.
So when this glue dries, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue the back of this envelope so that it fits tight.
Yeah, that's what we did with the
That's
others.
what we did with the other one. And then, so that brings me to this idea. I would, when I start layering these envelopes, I would glue one of them down flat to the backing and then start gluing the other ones onto it and go down and then glue this one to the backing too. That way it'll all be covered like these are.
Yeah, that's what we did on these.
Yeah, like we say, it's first day of the time change and we're like, but you can see, and we'll open Debbie's too, you can see that that's how we did it here.
We glued it completely to the back.
Right, right. Here you can see it's totally glued to the back, and that's where the mistake was made here. I didn't do that. So, but like we say, it's not, you don't have to panic. You could go ahead and glue it down. And then, but still, I would bring a piece of tape or trim piece across the top there. But not that being said, you can see that it makes a really cool deep pocket to keep all kinds of stuff in.
You have something when you go on your river cruise.
Oh yeah,
stash all your.
We're thinking about taking that river cruise up the Mississippi River on the Viking.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, cute. Cute, cute, cute. And one good thing about us making mistakes on these is now you know what not to do.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm liking this. I like the depth of the envelopes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Really cool. Here's kind of an idea of the different kinds of things you could use. You could use little bags like this. Little bags like this and layer them just like we did the envelope, you know, would be great. And any of these kind of envelopes, of course, would work. In fact, here's one that we made with those Christmas things.
Oh, that's
that would be cute. And here's another long one that you could use and just cut the top off if you wanted it really narrow. You know, seal it shut, cut the top off.
Yeah, yeah.
Would be cute.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities with them. Like I said, they can be tiny things that you can tuck in a journal, or they could be as big as you want and hold all kinds of things and be gifted to people.
Right, right. I think it would be really cute with the recipes for cookies, you know, and like I said, at a wedding shower, be cute to put your favorite recipes in there, you know, and do some kind of cute cover that's kind of geared to that. That would be cute. I know. Don't pick on me today. Gee, I need coffee, man.
A do-over today.
But anyhow, and like we say, if you like this pattern or these papers, it's over free in our Ko-fi shop. You can go over and download it, and it has other pieces to it, tags and journal cards and stuff like that. But anyway, it makes a really cute little folder, little keepsake. I don't know what to call these.
Yeah.
I don't know, little ephemera keeper or travel folder keeper. No. So I guess that's our whole video for today, but we wanted to share these because we thought they were so cute and they're so easy to make.
Yeah. Stuff you have around the house. There's no special tools needed.
No, no, just a pair of scissors and some glue and some paper and fabric and you're good to go. So anyway, I guess that's it for us today. Hopefully next Monday will be more lively.
Right,
we'll be used to the
weather. Time change.
Yeah,
right.
Right. We won't be sleeping through the video. So anyway, we'll see you guys next week.